icLAAo. I can't lose. No reality where I lose. Ever. Today is March 8th, 2026, day 67 of the 100 push-up, 100 squat progressive challenge for a year. Today, we're on month 3, March, so we're doing 120 push-up, 120 squat for the month of March. The message for today: when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Let's go.
Secret knowledge, hidden history, all of that sort of stuff. They make it sound like once you see the truth, everything becomes magically clearer and easier and somehow lighter. Here's the problem. Nobody tells you what happens when you see too much, too fast, with no one around to help you hold it. I mean, it's not exactly like there's a guide to any of this or some sort of helpline. Yeah, it's icLAAo just phoning up.
30 push-up.
Well, funny you ask. I've realized the world is fake, and I'm fake because I don't have a clue who I really am underneath this mask the fake world forced me to wear. Hello? Still there? Nobody talks about the stage where awakening doesn't feel like liberation. Rather, it feels like poison. And this is far more common than people think. See, when everything is new and you're viewing the world with a new set of eyes, you can't tell what's truth or what's fiction. Everything is equally profound and dangerous. I remember back then, I didn't have discernment yet. I didn't have any filters. Every idea hit me raw, the good and the bad. And honestly, I could make an entire video about just this point alone. It's a huge issue within the online spiritual space, and one that doesn't get talked about enough. Anyway, if you've ever gone too deep into esoteric knowledge, conspiracy rabbit holes, occult symbolism, secret societies, and instead of feeling free, you ended up feeling more bitter, more isolated, and more disillusioned, you're exactly who I'm talking to. And look, I want to say this up front because recently when a clip from my Dark Night of the Soul video went viral, a lot of people misunderstood me. I'm not against esoteric knowledge. I'm certainly not against truth. And I'm definitely not telling anyone to avoid walking the path. What I am saying is that nobody warns you about the psychological cost of seeing behind the curtain before you're ready to understand what's back there. For me, awakening didn't look like, love and light pouring into my life. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but a dose of enlightenment that I could find unfolding. And if I'm being completely honest, there's a subtle sense of being chosen that creeps in. Not in an arrogant way at first, but more like, why am I seeing this and nobody else is? I guess it gave me some sort of mystical meaning or divine purpose, this feeling that I was special somehow. I'd be awake at 3 in the morning, watching lectures, piecing things together, feeling like the world is finally making sense. And then I'd step outside the next day and feel
30
push-up,
90 I mean.
That's when something started to shift. Gradually, insight turned into isolation, and I didn't notice the difference. I hope some of my close friends watch this video because they'll tell you firsthand in the comments. I went into hermit mode for over a year. Most of my friends live fairly close to me. Yeah, I'd only see them once every 6 months, maybe. Put it this way, the pursuit of knowledge took over my life. Slowly, over time, when I did venture outside my cave, I stopped seeing people.
90 squat.
Instead, temptation 1, hate the world. You see the systems, the corruption, the deception, and you harden. You take the red pill so aggressively that you sever the ability to love anything human. This is the Gnostic trap of demonizing the physical world, believing that everything material is beneath you. Temptation 2, escape the world. The opposite direction. You disappear into concepts, into symbolism, cosmology, non-duality, into mystical frameworks that pull you out of lived reality rather than into it. You convince yourself you're becoming beyond the world, but in reality, you're retreating from your own life. This is the Gnostic trap of fleeing the world. And both traps feel like awakening. They both feel justified, they both feel intelligent, they both feel like you've seen the truth, and they both feel like you've transcended the masses. But here's the deeper issue. Both
120
traps
squat.
remove you from the world you were meant to inhabit. You stop living and you become a spectator instead. This is so